First, I just want to say how much of an honor it is to be standing here. Growing up as a kid, my dad, he started the kids club wrestling program in the early 90s, and I got to come to everything, and that's really what got me to love LaSalle, come to LaSalle, be around here. Some of my favorite memories were, going to seat meetings with my dad for wrestling, or practices or weekend meets at wrestling. You got to see the camaraderie of the guys. You got to see how he got to interact with them, and I always thought it was super cool just to be around and the way the guys treated me. So that's what kind of introduced me to LaSalle. First I want to start by thanking my teammates, because I wouldn't be here without them. Football and baseball are both extremely team-oriented. Not one guy can win the game for you or do the things you need to do, so I want to thank them. I want to obviously thank Coach Grippa, who was the head coach when I was here. Coach O'Connor was the head baseball coach. Coach Huxell was the strength and conditioning coach, and he instilled a lot of values in me that helped me progress throughout my career. So Coach Red, who's been a friend of mine post even playing, have a special bond with him, and I appreciate that. And most importantly, my dad. He's not with us anymore. Yeah, so I love him to death and wish he was here. So when I thought about making this speech, I went multiple ways. And I just kind of wanted to go with what got me here and what LaSalle means to me, and it's family. It's always been family, it will always be family. Like I said, my family got me here, going to LaSalle. I wouldn't have went to LaSalle if it wasn't for my dad. And I probably would have been a Bacon kid or went to North College Hill where I grew up, and so that's what got me here. And then once I got here, and I got to be the ball boy on Friday nights before I came here, I loved it. I fell in love with it. I didn't want to be anywhere else. LaSalle gives you an opportunity to do a lot of things a lot of places don't. You get to play in the best league in the nation, hands down. I'll dispute it till the day I die. You get the best coaches, the best mentors, anything you want. And then you get friendships for life. My best friend from high school is here today. I would do anything for him. And then what got me to this point in my athletic and family career is my family. I have the best support base. Everybody that's here literally went to every one of my games at Bowling Green, every one of my games at LaSalle. I knew I always had that rock that I could walk out of that tunnel or wherever locker room and I would see them in the stands, and that's what drove me. I love football, I love sports, but at the end of the day, it was those people. That's why I played, and that's what I wanted to make them proud. Special thanks to my mom and dad. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. They did everything they could to make sure we had the nicest cleats, my brothers, nicest bats. We were always, fresh gear all the time. And they made the sacrifices to make sure we went to Catholic school growing up, and we were able to come to LaSalle. All three of us went through. So, as they were saying, you don't realize that when you're a kid. You don't realize it. You don't realize it till you're adults, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and it's extremely appreciated. Special thanks to my brothers. I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for them either. They're what drove me competitively. We'd be playing wiffle ball, we'd invent games like dice baseball, and we would go at each other's throat to win that game. I've had a lot of accomplishments, the Texans thing, everything I've done. The thing I'm most proud of is being able to see my family say they're proud of me. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to make them proud. I wanted to push so they could say, hey, that's my son, that's my brother, uncle, or nephew, whoever it is. If they had pride in me, I could have pride in myself. And that's what really drove me. Lastly, my wife and kids. When you're playing sports and doing everything you do and all the accolades you get and things like that, you don't think about that family aspect of being able to share this with them, and then for them to be able to call me a husband and dad is better than any baseball award or touchdown pass I've ever thrown. So that's my biggest gift in life. So yeah, all in all, I could sit up here now for hours and talk about each individual and what things happened here and things that went well for me, but I wanted my message today to be family, and that's what it's all about. So thank you all. Appreciate, congratulations everyone, and appreciate to be a part of this class. Thank you.